Welcome back. Today's video is going to be about my personal pricing guide for couch flipping. I'm going to be taking you guys through what I get asked the most, which is how do I find a couch and know I can make money on it. Then I'll give you guys some real life examples from me in the past 5 months making over 50K profit using this formula, and I'm giving it to you for free. So all I ask is you like and subscribe. So I wanted to start by taking you guys back through the 4-step process of couch flipping. I made a video about it on this video right here called 4 Steps to 12K. And in this video, I just break down the fundamentals of the process of couch flipping, which is first, find inventory, find couches. Second is prepare them, get them ready. Third is list them, post them. And then fourth is sell the couch, move units. First, we got finding the deal, and I've made a video about this that still is relevant. I made it about 6 months ago. You can go check it out if you want a more in-depth about finding the deal and what platforms to use. So let's get into finding the deal. And there's really 3 things I always keep in mind when searching on the marketplace. The first one is the type of couches. There's many style of couches out there, and I'm talking shapes. You have a 2-seater, you have the 3-seater, you have the sofa chaise lounge, you have the 2-piece sectional, 3-piece with an ottoman. There's different types. And generally speaking, the bigger you go, the more money you can make. But the second thing I look for is what is the current condition of the couch? Does it have flaws? Does it have rips? Does it have stains? Does it have parts that need to be sewn? Does it have smells of pets wiping their booty on my couch? What do they have that would affect the ability to sell it for a high price? Because closer to new means more money you can make. And the other thing is the color. Color is a big deal with couch flipping. I would say 70% of my inventory is gray, different shades of gray. Everything on the left side is colors that sell. My favorite is going to be the top left, which is gray sectionals, all shades of gray. Then under that you got beige shades, and then under that you got different types of navy colors. But on the right side is what you want to avoid, generally speaking, like brown, takes slower to sell, and then all like really bright colors generally are kind of a gamble. Third, we got the brand and style of couch. In my opinion, this is the most important. If you can learn to know the brands that are popular in your market, then you can change your income dramatically. And that's kind of what I've done these last 5 months. And it's simply because I learned how to identify good brands to where I can get higher profit margins on those better quality couches. And also you got style of couches. Like I'm sure you guys in the couch flipping game know that if you have a pull-out bed or pull-out ottoman, that's gonna do better than just maybe a regular sectional. And what is in style right now is mid-century modern items. So you can take a look at the photos I have, but they're basically stuff that looks modern, sleek, wood legs, good frame, nice style, buttons, tuft. That's what I go for, but obviously there's other styles of couches that do just as well.
Okay, now that you know what to look for in couches, let's take you guys through some real life examples from some of my sales. But before I show you guys some examples, I wanted you to take a look at the views per post that I have on OfferUp. And I wanted to share something because besides everything that we covered, staging makes a huge difference on getting your couches sold. So what I noticed when scrolling through is my posts now usually average about 500 plus views per post. But back then, when I was staging outside during the summer, I would only get like 200 to 300, sometimes 400 views per post. And then back then in the beginning days when I would just stage in my shop with no effort, no carpet, nothing, and just take basic photos, I would only get like 100 or 200 views per post. So staging does make a difference. By no means is it the only way you can get a sale, because I have friends that do 0 staging and they sell and do really well. These are just extra things you can do to get more views, but they're not necessary. I think finding the couch is the most important thing to look for. That's why we covered it in the beginning, but let's get into some examples now. Let's go. Okay, so the first couch we got here is a mid-century modern gray sofa. It has great color, great style, but overall the condition was probably a 4 out of 10. The cushions were super worn. It came from a dog-friendly home, so there was some pet hair and everything. So I felt comfortable only putting it up for $280. If it was closer to new condition, I could see this going for like $380 to $450 even. But overall, good couch. I wanted to show you this one because this next couch is almost identical. Similar style, same color, but this one is a Joybird that I ended up selling for $1,100 just because of the brand name, and it had a bed inside that was still in the package, pretty much new condition. So as you can see, comparing this couch to the last, is brand makes a huge difference. Granted, this one did have a bed in it, but still, they are not that different in style. I remember I posted this to the Resale Mafia and everybody was like, how in the heck did this sell for that much? And it's just because of the brand. It's nothing special. So let's get into the next couch and go from there. So this one is the bread and butter. This is a Costco 2-piece sectional with the Ottoman. I've sold this many times for around $750, $700, $650. And when you have this set up like a 2-piece sectional that's large with an Ottoman, you can usually get like $650 to $800. This one had a sewn corner, sewn back cushions, and I was still able to make $750 on it. So these are like bread and butter. If you can pick these up for even, I've spent up to $400 on these, but I would suggest buying them for under $300 and you'll be happy, and your pockets will be too. Here you got a 2-piece sectional that's in 9 out of 10 condition. The color is pretty good, beige, and it ended up selling for $650. I got it for $100. So anytime you see this type of couch that's just like a nice solid 2-piece sectional, big in size, a 5-seater, comfortable, that's always a good pickup for under $300. Honestly, under $200, you're solid, and you could sell it for most definitely from $600 to like $750, sometimes $800 if you get the brand right. For example, this one right here is West Elm, good brand, good color, the style's there, mid-century modern. The condition was like 7 out of 10, but still, since it was West Elm, it was able to sell for $750. I've sold this same couch like 3 times, and it's solid 2-piece sectional. Even though it had flaws, like you can see the buttons are different on the bottom and it was pretty dirty, but still I cleaned it up, ended up being a good sell. Here you have a 2-piece sectional with an Ottoman that had storage, and I sold it for $480, which is a little low, I know. The reason I put it for that low is, one, I was rushing to get a sale on a Sunday, but other than that, the condition was probably like a 6 out of 10. In person, the cushions were faded, it was worn, it was from a dog-friendly home, and there were some sewn corners. But honestly, this couch could easily get like $550 to $600. But like I said, I priced it a little bit low because I knew all its dirty secrets and flaws, to where that affects me pricing things sometimes. But overall, if you got the 2-piece with the Ottoman that's in good condition that you're confident in, you can get $600 plus. So right here you got a big boy 3-piece sectional with an Ottoman, Ashley Furniture, and it sold for $800. Overall, size matters, and I personally don't like getting big boys just because it crowds up space in the storage unit, and also my truck most of the year has a canopy on it. But if you can get some of these big boys, it's like guaranteed money coming in, especially if it's in good condition. This one was in probably 9 out of 10 condition, almost new. It had decent style. Some extra throw pillows were included, to where it's a good family couch, and somebody ended up buying it for $800, like I said. So here's a modern futon sectional. It has storage underneath the chaise, has some good style, good color, but overall it's small. It's more of an apartment couch, to where it's not going to sell for more than $500. I've sold it many times for around $350 to $400 seems to be the sweet spot for this couch. And yeah, so I wouldn't really spend more than $150. That's kind of pushing it. Usually if I can get them, I'll be happy with them for like $100. These are quick fast food couches. You just buy and sell them quickly. Here's an IKEA sofa, and this one has style. The brand name is something that people are familiar with. It's modern and it's comfortable. This one was in 10 out of 10 condition, to where it was able to sell for $480. I've sold this couch many times for like $380, $400, $450. So if you can find the right styles and brands when it comes to sofas, you can even make money on sofas. They don't even have to be big sectionals and whatnot. So here's a good example of that. Here's a good example of a pretty average sofa. It's good color. This one in particular was deep and comfortable. But overall, when it comes to 3-seater sofas, don't expect more than $300 for them, unless it has style and some flavor and it's modern, it has a good brand. I would just say avoid really purchasing these ones. If you can spend less than $100 or ideally less than $50 for these type of couches, then I would consider picking them up. But over time, you want to phase out of these and get more sectionals. Here's the last couch I'm going to show. It was by far one of my favorite couches ever. It was a 10 out of 10 in condition. The style was there. It was sexy, beautiful. But the reason it took a long time to sell is the color was something that people were having a hard time committing to, but eventually it did sell. So if you can have a good brand and good style, then you can sell those, off colors or more bright colors. And this is an example of that. Okay, that was my pricing guide. I hope that helped. But one thing to keep in mind is everybody's market's different. The best way you're gonna learn is just to go try out in your market. Trial and error, buy couches, put them up. But I'm hoping this video can give you at least a blueprint or some sort of guidance on how to do that, what to look for. And from there, you can hit me up in the future and say, Dante, man, I took some of those nuggets you gave me, went and made some money, and that's what makes me happy about making these videos. So if there's any other type of video you want me to make, leave a comment below. I'm gonna put a big focus on creating content this upcoming year. I know this year I kind of just been dropping videos here and there, but this upcoming year I really want to serve you guys and add value. So let me know what you guys want, and yeah, love you guys. Like and subscribe, and let's make some money. Let's get it.